Surakarta is a city in Central Java. The 46 square kilometers city adjoins Karanganyar Regency and Boyolali Regency to the north, Karanganyar Regency and Sukoharjo Regency to the east and west, and Sukoharjo Regency to the south. On the eastern side of Solo lies Solo River. Its built-up area made of Surakarta Municipality and 59 districts spread on 7 regencies was home to 3,649,254 inhabitants as of 2010 census. Surakarta is the birthplace of the current president of Indonesia, Joko Widodo. He served as mayor of Surakarta from 2005 to 2012. Hydrogeology. The water sources for Surakarta are in the valley of Merapi, a total of 19 locations, with a capacity of 3,404 L per second. The average source water height is 800 to 1,200 meters above sea level. In 1890 to 1927 there were only 12 wells in Surakarta. Today, underground water wells in 23 locations produce about 45 L per second. In March 2006, Surakarta State Water Company had a production capacity of 865.02 L per second. From Kokro to Lung, Klaten, 27 kilometers from Solo, 387 L per second, and from 26 deep wells, with a total capacity of 478.02 L per second. The total reservoir capacity is 9,140 cubic meters and can serve 55.22% of the population. Climate. Under the Köppen climate classification, Surakarta features a tropical monsoon climate. The city has a lengthy wet season spanning from October through June, and a relatively short dry season covering the remaining 3 months. On average, Surakarta receives just under 2,200 millimeters of rainfall annually, with its wettest months being December, January, and February. As is common in areas featuring a tropical monsoon climate, temperatures are relatively consistent throughout the year. Surakarta's average temperature is roughly 30 degrees Celsius every month. Administrative division. Surakarta city and its surrounding regencies Karanganyar, Sragen, Wonogiri, Sukoharjo, Klaten, and Boyolali are collectively called the ex-Surakarta Residency. After Surakarta became a city, it was divided into 5 districts, each led by a Camat, and subdivided into 51 kelurahan, each led by a lura. The districts of Surakarta are Kecamatan Pasar Kliwon, 9 kelurahan; Kecamatan Jebes, 11 kelurahan; Kecamatan Banjarsari, 13 kelurahan; Kecamatan Lorian, 11 kelurahan; Kecamatan Serengan, 7 kelurahan. Greater Surakarta. Surakarta is a dense core city in Central Java, and its second city spills considerably into neighboring regencies. Though a traffic study quotes the population as 1,158,000 as of 2008, this reflects only the very core, as the city affects entire neighboring regencies by significantly driving up overall population densities in Sukoharjo Regency and Klaten Regency, over the already dense countryside. Furthermore, the government of Indonesia officially defines a broader region as Surakarta's extended metropolitan zone, with the acronym SUBSKAWANO's return as the city and 6 surrounding regencies. Though obviously not a core metropolitan area, as some of its regencies are not particularly suburbanized, it reflects a broader planning region. Both the metropolitan area and extended areas border Yogyakarta's metropolitan area, while only the extended metropolitan area borders Kadungsipur or Greater Semarang. Demography. One of the earliest censuses held in Surakarta Residency was in 1885. At that time, with an area of about 5,677 square kilometers, there were 1,053,985 people in Surakarta Residency, including 2,694 Europeans and 7,543 Indonesian Chinese. The area, 130 times the current area of Surakarta, had a population density of 186 people per square kilometer. The capital of the Residency itself in 1880 had 124,041 people living in it. According to the 2009 census, there were 245,043 males and 283,159 females in Surakarta. 119,951 of the population were 14 years or younger, 376,180 were between 15 and 64, and 32,071 were above 65. The number of households was 142,627 and the average number of household members was 3.7. The population growth in the last 10 years was about 0.565% per year. The labor force of Solo in 2009 was 275,546, of whom 246,768 were working, while 28,778 were seeking work. Another 148,254 people aged 15 and above were not in the labor force. Based on employment numbers, the most common work in Solo was worker, paid employee, followed by self-employee, self-employee assisted by temporary employee, unpaid employee, self-employee assisted by permanent employee, freelance employee in non-agricultural work, and freelance employee in agricultural work. Based on the industry, most people in Solo worked in trade, services, manufacturing, communication, construction, financing, or agriculture, and the rest in mining, electricity, gas, and water companies. The mean working week in Solo was 47.04 hours, and 212,262 people worked more than 35 hours per week compared to 34,506 who worked less than that. Education. According to 2009 statistics, 242,070 people above 15 in the city had finished high school, while 86,890 had only finished junior high school, and 94,840 were still in school or had only finished elementary school. The percentage of high school graduates was the highest of the cities and regencies in Central Java. According to the statistics of Data Pokok Pendidikan, in the 2010-2011 school year, there were 68,153 students and 853 schools in Surakarta. There are two big universities possessing more than 20,000 students: Sebelas Maret University and Muhammadiyah University of Surakarta, both recognized as among Indonesia's 50 best universities according to the Directorate of Higher Education, Ministry of Education (RI). There is also Arts Concentrated University, Art Institute of Surakarta, Religious Studies State Islamic Institute. There are around 52 private universities and colleges such as SDIKS Muhammadiyah, Universitas Tunis Pembangunan, Universitas Slamet Riyadh, Universitas Surakarta, Universitas Setia Budi etc. Economy. The domestic bruto income of Surakarta in 2009 was 16,813,058 Indonesian rupiahs and 62 cents, the fourth highest in Central Java after Kudus, Cilacap, and Semarang. The living standard in 2009 was 723,000 Indonesian rupiahs. The Consumer Price Index in January 2011 was 119.44. Sports. Surakarta has a long sport history and tradition. In 1923, Solo already had a football club, one of the earliest clubs in Indonesia, called Persis Solo. Persis Solo was a giant club in the Dutch Indies and still exists but is past its heyday. During the Perserikatan tournament, Persis became 7-time champion. Currently it plays in the Premier Division. Other than Persis, several clubs have existed in Solo: Asto, Pelita Solo, Persijatam Solo FC, and lastly Solo FC, that plays in the Indonesian Premier League since 2011. Both clubs that still exist, Persis and Solo FC, have made Manahan Stadium the home ground. Manahan Stadium is one of the best sports stadiums in Central Java, with more than 25,000 seats, and has several times hosted national and international matches. It was recently the venue for the AFC Champions Cup 2007, the final venue of the Indonesian Cup 2010, and the opening venue for the Indonesian Premier League on January 15, 2011. Transportation. Air Sumarmo International Airport has direct flights to Kuala Lumpur by AirAsia and during the Haji season, Saudi Arabia, as well as regular flights to Jakarta by Garuda Indonesia, Sriwijaya Air, Lion Air and CityLink. The airport is located 14 kilometers north of the city. Since May 2011, BSD buses connect the airport to the city. There is also taxi cab service. In 2009, Sumarmo had 2,060 outbound domestic flights and 616 outbound international flights. Train Surakarta has 4 train stations: Solo Balapan, Purwosari, Solo Jebes, and Solo Kota. Solo Balapan is the largest station in Surakarta and is the junction between Yogyakarta, Semarang, and Surabaya, while Purwosari is the junction located west of Solo Balapan and has a connection to Wonogiri. There are several direct lines to other cities, such as Jakarta, Bandung, Surabaya, Semarang, Madiun, and Malang. For regional traffic, a special train connects Surakarta and Yogyakarta, the Pramex train. In July 26, 2011, the rail bus has been launched to serve Surakarta Solo Wonogiri route, but for the moment only Solo Sukoharjo trackage was ready due to there are 99 bridges should be strengthened between Sukoharjo Wonogiri. Until April 2012, Surakarta Wonogiri rail bus is still in a big question mark due to the 12 tons rail buses are considered too heavy for existing railroad track that only has the capacity of accommodating 10-ton vehicles. Furthermore, PTK have proposed a fare between Rp 30,000 and Rp 40,000 per passenger, while Surakarta administration wants tickets to be priced much lower between Rp 5,000 and Rp 7,000. Road Tirtonadi Terminal is the largest bus terminal in Surakarta. Surakarta is situated on Indonesian National Route 15, which connects it to Yogyakarta and Waru. A Semarang Solo toll road is currently under construction. In 2009, the total extent of roadways in the city was 705.34 kilometers, 13.15 kilometers state road, 16.33 kilometers province road, and 675.86 kilometers local road. The number of bus companies was 23, and the total number of buses operating was 1,115 intra-provincial buses and 1,107 interprovincial. In 2010, the government of Surakarta launched a new bus route named Batik Solo Trans, which resembles Transjakarta Bus Rapid Transit Service. It has only 2 routes, the departure route and the return route. A single trip costs Rp 3,000 Rp $1,500 for students. A special ticket for the trip from to the airport costs Rp. 7,000. Tourism. One main tourist attraction of Surakarta is the Keraton Surakarta, the Palace of Susuhunan Park Ubuwana. Also the princely Javanese court of Mangkunegaran. Pasargada Market is often visited by tourists mostly for its unique architecture and fame as the biggest traditional market in the Solo area. The Pasar Clever is famous for its batiks in all prices and qualities, while the Pasar Triwindu located near Mangkunegaran Palace specializes in antiques. Taman Sriwedari is a popular local entertainment park featuring a children's playground, dangdut music performance, and wayang wong traditional Javanese dance performance almost every night. Near the park is Radia Pustaka Museum, one of the oldest museums in Indonesia, with a collection of Javanese cultural artifacts. The traditional Batik village of Lorian and Kampung Batik Amin, located in the southwest part of the city and the city center respectively, are famous for producing fine-quality Javanese batik. Within Surakarta, tourists can also use the Jaladara old steam train, which was launched in September 2009 for 5.6 kilometers connecting Perwas area station and city station. In 2011 there were 60 trips and in 2012 will be 80 trips. People from Surakarta: Agung Setai Budi, football player; Basuki, actor and comedian; Dia Permatasari, actress and model; FX Hadi Rajiatmo, current mayor of Surakarta; Gesang, singer-songwriter; ICUK Sugiarto, former badminton player; Joko Suprata, former badminton player; Joko Widodo, former mayor of Surakarta, governor of Jakarta and the current president of Indonesia; Park Ubuwana ex 9th monarch of Surakarta, son and 8-1 of national hero of Indonesia; Rio Haryanto, a Formula 1 driver; Rudi Gunawan, former badminton player; Supadi Djoga Damono, poet; Siti Hartina, wife of the second Indonesian president, Suharto; Suryo Agung Wibowo, sprinter; Waljina, singer; Wijitakul, poet. Sister cities: Montana, Bulgaria; Bilbao, Spain; Algiers, Algeria;